Welcome to part 6 of Crossing Continents, where I get the chance to explore the remote corners of Kenya with my good friends Abid and JJ. So JJ and I are cruising. We're really close to the border of Tanzania right now, and we are quite remote. Of course, you still see Maasai cruising around when you're out here, but this is a beautiful place. We actually have Kilimanjaro off in the distance to the east, and we've got some really impressive, looks like granite rock formations up ahead of us, so we're gonna go check those out. So we're driving on what's essentially a dry lake bed. We're at the very edges of the shoreline here. A lot of vegetation. And we're moving our way towards Amboseli National Park. Having some barbecue here in the Kenyan bush. Amazing. From the border of Tanzania, JJ and I headed off alone into Amboseli National Park and Tsavo National Park, made famous for the man-eaters of Tsavo. This is a crazy abandoned lodge here in Amboseli. It got overtaken by the water. It's just completely getting taken over by nature. Pretty amazing. Diani Beach, just south of Mombasa, and wow, what a spot to travel to. Highly recommend. All right, so Abid.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Today we're going to Maralal.
Okay.
What's that? 6 hours north of Nairobi.
Yeah, that's right.
About 320 clicks on our way to the desert and Lake Turkana.
That's right. That's gonna be so fun. All right, so we're getting ready to head up towards Lake Turkana, but on the east side this time, and we need to be full on fuel. So we're getting all of the ox tanks filled up and getting the truck filled right to the brim. All right, so when there's a giant line of traffic, this is the advantage of the Grenadier. Take the path less traveled right around it. From Maralal, we had our last traditional accommodation and an opportunity to resupply before we headed into the remote and often lawless region of eastern Turkana. There were rumors of cattle rustling and banditry along the road, and we would soon find out why. Okay, so here we are at Malaral. We are on our way north. This is going to be day 2. We're on our way north to Lake Turkana, which is a very remote region, a very unique also tribal region of Kenya. So the roads are going to start to get worse. We're going to start to get onto the dirt. We're going to start to really stretch the legs on these grenadiers. Okay, so Abid, where are we heading today?
Today we go to Loyangalani through South Hor. And there's a couple of national parks that we're going to check out there. And then we're going to drive on the eastern shore of Lake Turkana, all the way to Loyangalani and spend the night there. It's going to be quite a day.
Awesome. Jonathan, how you doing, man? Day 2.
I'm doing good, man.
Thanks for stepping up. I'm feeling a little punked today, so I was like, man, I'm feeling about 85%, but I think I might have been stretching that. I think I'm probably more about 75% right now, so
I have no
thanks for driving.
Thanks for driving. Getting some more grenadier time.
Some more seat time?
Yeah, this is really an awesome platform.
Yeah, man. And to get north towards Lake Turkana will be incredible.
Yeah,
awesome. Right on. Well, thanks for driving. Jeez. JJ's up talking to the police team just to get a sense for a little more details on the attack that just happened. So Abid, what just happened, my man?
Yeah, we got lucky. 15 clicks back, there was an attack that happened, and the guy from the hotel called me up. He's like, "Where have you guys reached? Because there's trouble on the road." And it just so happens that we had passed it about 30 minutes ago. So we got lucky.
Okay, so just talking with Abid, and he had a conversation with the police post that's just behind us right now, where they're trying to control people coming through the area. And Abid got a call from the person who runs the hotel we just left, warning him that there was some banditry attacks that were happening on the road. And then when he just conferred with the military police, it was only about 15 kilometers behind us and within the time frame approximately that we were there. So really fortunate that it didn't happen to us. So we're going to be paying pretty close attention as we move forward up towards Lake Turkana. One of the things I really love about this Grenadier display is the temperature screen. So it shows you the gearbox temperature, the transfer case temperature. It also shows you the tire PSI. And in this case, our left rear has gotten into the beginning of the red zone as far as temperature goes. And that is primarily because the sun is just baking the back right. So it's got, a couple degrees Celsius warmer than the rear driver's side. So it really helps you keep an eye on the tires so you're not overcooking them. You really want to kind of keep the tire temperature below 70 degrees centigrade. So, all it takes is just a little bit of a slowdown, and the temperature will start to drop. This is incredible. We are just driving literally along the shoreline of Lake Turkana, and it is massive. This lake is absolutely huge. Wow, what an incredible moment here, making it to the east side of Lake Turkana. In 2016, I was fortunate to actually visit the west side of Lake Turkana, but what a remote and challenging track to get here. There is just very little tourist traffic to this whole region, and there's very little traffic overall. We only saw a few vehicles yesterday, and of course we had that incident that involved banditry that happened just a few minutes, about 15 minutes before our arrival to the region. So we were very fortunate that didn't involve us, but that's the reason why we've got 2 vehicles. We've got a bunch of people here. We're really paying attention. We're driving during the day, during light hours, and we're really getting good information from the locals of what's going on. So that's really been helpful. But it's worth it. Look at this incredible body of water behind me. So Lake Turkana is essentially an inland sea that's formed within the Great Rift Valley of Africa. And it is worth every kilometer that it took us to get here. Very rough roads, not technical, but extremely abusive on the vehicle. And fortunately, the Grenadiers continue to hold up. All right, so we are so remote. It's been days of driving here off track, and we need to refuel from our auxiliary tank. So we're gonna pull down one of the 5-gallon, 20-liter cans here. And always have a super siphon. And I keep the super siphon, and I keep also the fuel bladders in a front runner box on the top. But this is kind of how I set the can here on the spare tire, leaning up against the back of the truck. Our overland journey to the Turkana region was an incredible adventure with friends, exploring a rarely visited yet stunningly beautiful part of the world. I will be forever grateful to the wonderful people of Kenya and Lake Turkana for this experience of a lifetime. And now, we need to see if our plan for getting into Ethiopia will work.